Psychopathy has a control mechanism that a lot of people don't recognize, and that is something called suffer. I don't mean hurt people. They call it the mirror. I found it very interesting, the mirror. And there's two choices a man has to make. Does he sit there in front of somebody and say, screaming out loud, red in the face, which I could act out, suffer? Or does he take options A and B? Options A and B are indifference, I think is the word. And that is like stone. If he takes option A, like stone, and holds it in and chooses to veer off on his own course without suffer, things are there, structured in random numbers, integers that come up because of the nature of regression. If he takes option B and structured integers are there and he veers off or stays complacent and people keep pressing him, the nature of a heart attack happens. As the judicial system in America says, you can't touch somebody, but I can taunt you all day long. But finding power is in between those two situations. Do I catch you alone in a room, is what they would say. Walking closely towards you. Or do I understand, like stone? Option C in those situations is a very famous British video in which the man is crying his eyes out. His wife cheated on him, and she's in the car. It's a British guy, and he's crying his eyes out. You fucked my brother. My brother. Suffer. Held back by love. The inability to attack based on emotional stability. And those are choices you have to make in today's world, is understanding the nature of the hammer and sickle and the hammer and fist in front of your face. Is, are you going to be Kill Bill and cast out the eye of your mentor? Or are you going to say, master? Like stone is harder than you think in a world of democracy than you know, when the ants in the jar are stirred up and you have nowhere and you have built yourself into a hole. So suffering is not only the democratic, libertarian, and judicial, potentially, if you messed up. It's also the emotional, if it was structured integers. That's two different sides on top of you, let alone anybody else in your wrath that acted as a circle that came in your way and caused you to flare up. Like stone is something that I want to teach schools, and that's why I call men who act like that ovariant. It's not the confused woman or false man belief that taunting in the boxing ring has the nature of the Marines with a baton is to attack as aggressively as possible from the beginning. It's the ability to say nothing. Nothing at all. And focus on your capitalism. Focus on your work. That will be the next attack, is my capitalism, to keep me under a thumb. The nature of Republican and communist, the handler and the fat guy. My car stopped working yesterday. Brand new car. I got it 9 days ago. Stopped working. Suffering is structured numbers. The difference in being awake and asleep is recognizing that your suffering is a structured number. The control move of a handler in certain situations is, what'd you say? What'd you say? Like stone, and being resolute is harder than you think. When the nature of democracy was sown 100 years ago in this country, and being complacent in how people treat you and get away with it behind the shadows. And whether or not you're choosing to get your Vindicism on the left or the right, or if you want it at all. That is like stone. Is I didn't worry about what you were doing, even though you may be a noisy neighbor next door. I didn't worry about what you were doing with yourself. I focused on what I wanted and what I needed to do for myself. I spent 15 years homeless with no money. None. I have $150 in my bank account and a job that pays me $1,000 every month and a half, basically, if I work hard enough. And I'm teaching myself radio theory, radiation theory, all kinds of things in this chair. And what I learned was that layered emotional dysfunction as a child, my childhood, was a control move in so many ways. And so I tried something for the first time. I have 3 children. And I said, very softly, clean the floor. Every 4 minutes I said an increment of that. Only that. Like stone. Clean the floor. That is the nature of being man. Clean the floor.